to No Recipe Required. We are in the middle of NFL football season, so we're going to keep going with our NFL-inspired burgers. Today I'm going to do a New Orleans Saints-inspired poor boy burger. Now, the poor boy is really just kind of a submarine sandwich. It's a local, regional version of the sub, so super easy to apply for a burger. Keys here: get some great bread, get some great fresh veggies for it. You can really customize it, kind of put whatever you want on it. We're going to do a nice little mayo, mustard, some cheese on there, and obviously a big old beef patty. Really simple to do. I think you're going to love it, and I hope I do the New Orleans Saints proud. Let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so for our poor boy, we're going to go ahead and make a little Cajun Mayo or Creole Mayo. I've got mayonnaise there, about a quarter cup, and I just added maybe a teaspoon of mustard to it. I'm going to add a couple dashes of paprika, which is going to give it a nice kind of color to it. I've got a little bit of cayenne pepper here, and I'm just going to add a touch because it's pretty spicy stuff. We'll stir those in. I've got a clove of garlic that I very finely minced. I've got a little bit of lemon juice, just a little squeeze. A couple more things, a little bit of hot sauce, your favorite Louisiana brand, maybe. Little Worcestershire sauce, again about the same amount. And then we'll finish it off with just a pinch of parsley. Obviously, the recipe scales up easily. You can add, kind of make as much as you want. You can keep it in the fridge. It will keep for quite a while. And of course, for our burger, you can do this well ahead of time. Once it's all together, you want to give it a quick taste. Oh, that's so nice. Adds a lot more spice and complexity to the mayo. We're ready to go ahead and cook our burger. All right, so I'm using a sub roll for our New Orleans Saints poor boy. You want to use kind of a nice, good quality bread. If there's ever too much bread in one of these things for you, just go ahead, pull out a little bit of that filling. It's not going to hurt anything. Now, the reason I show you the bread is it's important to get a hamburger, obviously shaped like the bun. And so what I've got here is a patty that I've shaped like the bun. In fact, it's slightly, I'm not touching it to the bun, to the meat, by the way. It's slightly bigger because the burger is going to shrink down a little bit as it cooks. And then what I've got here is just a little bit of my favorite Cajun spice, store-bought. You can certainly make your own. There's plenty of recipes out there. And just check to make sure whether it has salt or not. Mine does. If it doesn't have salt, you want to hit it with salt in addition. I'm going to go ahead and do both sides of my burger nice and liberally with my seasoning here. And then I got a pan heating up, good medium-high heat, and we're going to sear this burger off super quick on both sides. I got my pan up to medium-high heat now. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to the bottom just to coat the pan. And then I've got our burger. I'm going to lay it down. You should hear a little sizzle like that. And burgers, you don't really have to touch. You don't really have to fuss at all. This one's pretty thin. It's about ½ an inch. It's probably going to take about 2 minutes aside, maybe a little bit less, kind of depending on your preferred doneness and the temperature that you got the pan at. Okay, so after 2 minutes or so, 2.5 minutes, mine is starting to get done on the edges. I can see that. So I'm going to flip it over. I got nice caramelized side right there. I'm going to flip it over, and once I do, I'm going to add my cheese. I'm using a little bit of Swiss because I'm in the mood for Swiss, but just about anything will work absolutely perfectly. You want that cheese to melt. If you want, you can go ahead and give it a little cover like that. Leave a little room for the steam to escape. That's going to melt in the next minute and a half, and then we'll be ready to rest our burger and plate it up. All right, after that 2 minutes or so, burger is going to be done, at least to my liking, kind of just barely cooked through. Cheese is melted. And I'm going to pull this off the heat and just let it rest for about 2 minutes before we plate it up. I just pulled my burger off. I've got our bun or our sub roll here. I'm going to spread that Asian, whatever it is, the Cajun mayo on our bun. If you want to use any other condiments, by all means, knock yourself out. I've got our rested burger that we'll throw right on top there that fits just perfectly. Let me grab myself a little napkin. And then whatever kind of toppings you want, whatever floats your boat. For me, I'm kind of going traditional sub, traditional po' boy. So we got a little bit of tomato, a little bit of onion, if they don't slide right off, some lettuce, and a few pickles on there. We'll put the cap on it, and then we'll cut it open and see how she tastes. Alright, Saints fans, let's go ahead and cut open our poor boy burger and see how we did. I got a nice bread knife here. We got that mayonnaise doctored up with all those Cajun spices. Oh, nice medium rare burger there. Tomatoes, pickles, lettuce. Best sub you're ever gonna see. Good luck to you guys in New Orleans, and I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required. Okay, Saints fans, I hope I did your city justice with this burger po' boy. It was absolutely wonderful to make. It was even more wonderful to eat. Go ahead and check out my series if you haven't done so already. I got more than a dozen burgers up there, and I'm going to keep adding every single week, so go ahead and subscribe. And if you're looking for a side dish, or frankly even a topping for this po' boy, go ahead and check out my coleslaw recipe. I love topping burgers. I love topping sandwiches with it. It's absolutely awesome. And I will see you next time on No Recipe Required.